Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANSgear. We've got the brand new Mech frame for the CS3 Pro up on the table. So they have released a Mech frame for the CS3, the standard edition, which will not fit on the Pro, but now we've got the Pro edition for the Mech frame. So the CS3 Pro Mech frame, got a little sleeve, shows you what you're getting right here. Go ahead and open this up. You are going to get that nice carry case that you got before, zippered around. And then when we fold it open, we've got a manual that tells you just basic stuff about your frame. And then we've got our frame itself, and we've also got a spares baggie kit right here. So just a couple extra spares that you might need for your setup. And then when we pop this out of here, you do have this piece right here. Now this, if you were to glue that down, or not glue it down, I guess it's got a sticky backing to it that you can take off and you can like stick it right there. This is going to hold the Mech frame in place and make it nice and snug. If we take this out though, this gives us enough room to store our electric frame in this case so that you can have it if you ever need to switch back and forth. I'm going to pop the grips off of this so you can see inside. And I'll take this one off too. So at the front, we still have our housing, which will hold our batteries in there. If you wanted to run your electronics package from your electric frame in this, you can. That does not mean that you'll have a single trigger electric gun though. All you'll have is the electronics, so you can have your game timer and your shot counter and things like that in here. But it will not let you fire in modes or anything because you are not using the electric solenoid when you have the other frame or when you have this frame on there. The electric solenoid will not fit into this frame, so you are using the mechanical frame on this one, or the mechanical solenoid. Push button safety, back and forth, super nice. You've got this raced bearing on this lever right here, so it's super smooth. It's just butter to pull this trigger. Comes with the ASA regulator assembly already on, so you don't need to port that over from your original gun and put that on there. It's all ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and we're gonna throw it onto our Pro. So I'm gonna move these couple things out of the way, just to show you how easy it is to put this on. All right, so let's take our CS3 Pro right here. We're gonna take a barrel off. It's just easier to work on the gun without the barrel on it. And we can set that over here. I don't want it to roll away on me, so I just wanna make sure that it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna go right there. All right, so the first thing we need to do on our Pro, I'm going to take the bolt out, and we are going to take our grips. Actually, we don't need to, but let's do it anyway. The rear grip we don't need to take off, but let's just do it because you can see inside here. And then take our front, give it a little wiggle, a little bit more of a wiggle. Good Lord, I don't know. So that we can get to our frame screw, which is right under here, and we need to get to our rear frame screw, which is at the back. All right, so let's take that off. So front frame screw coming off. And then rear frame screw coming off. And then these two will just separate right apart. So here we've got our solenoid that's sitting inside here, the pilot valve on the solenoid, and all of our wiring that is moving down through the front. Kind of going to give you guys an idea of what this looks like compared to each other. So if you did want to move all your electronics over, you're going to move over your battery cable, which is the red and black one that runs all the way through here. You want to make sure that you can power the boards at the back. You don't necessarily need to port your eyes over because you're not going to be using those. Right there. So there's no reason to port this board over. You can leave it out. They cut a nice channel right here in the frame that allows you to run your wiring, because the way this solenoid is set up on here, there isn't any space inside here to get the wire down through there. So it'll run along the top and then through the side and then connect to whatever you're doing over here. You've got screw holes right here for your micro switch to mount right there. And then on the back of the trigger, you do have an adjustment screw so that the back of the trigger is pushing up against that micro switch in case you're, counting shots or whatever you're doing. Or so you can get your game timer to start when you pull the first shot. All right. We don't need to port over anything from our ASA. The only thing I am going to take is the gasket. So on the top right here, we have a gasket that's on top of our electric solenoid, which we're going to take off. If you want to leave that one on, they do give you an extra one in your package kit. So you could just use that one if you don't want to have to switch gaskets between the two. But I am going to take the gasket off. So we're going to pop that gasket out. We're going to pop it into this one. And that's all we need to do. We can take our frame and we can just set it to the side. So this is our electric frame. We can just set it over to the side. We're going to take our mechanical frame, put it in the front, take our screws, put that right in there. Take our rear screw, put that on there. I'm going to give it a little bit of a snug. Don't need to go crazy. Grip. And grip. Remember, putting the rear grips on and off. Easier to do with the bolt out. That way it's not getting in the way. Lock, lock, and bolt in. There we have it, done and done. We've got our Mech kit for our CS3 Pro installed and ready to go. Easy peasy. The switch literally is like a minute maybe if you're not sitting here talking a bunch. You just switch them back and forth. It's super simple, especially now that the ASAs are coming on the replacement frames. Just swap it over and you're ready to go. So easy to go from electric to mechanical or mechanical back to electric. Super simple. You have a nice little carrying case. You can put your electronic package kit back inside here. You can see there's plenty of cutout right there, and it will fit with the grips on it, so you don't need to worry about storing your grips somewhere else. Let's get our barrel back on. And we're done. One Allen key to switch that over. That's all you need. Super simple, and you got that Mech quality going on. Planet Eclipse Mech frame for the CS3 Pro is in stock. Get on the website, check it out, and get yourself one today from ANSgear.com.